Hello and welcome to A Pair of Dice Lost podcasting channel. My name is Brendan, my pronouns are he, him, and I'll be your storyteller for this game about living gods on the wrong side of the law. Joining me for this game is...
Hey there guys, my name is Tyler. Pronouns are he, him. I'm going to be playing Ricky, the fire-aspected street exorcist.
Hi everybody, my name's Christina. I will be playing Elion. My pronouns are she, her, and Elion's pronouns are they, them. They are a water-aspected investigator.
Hi everyone, my name's Cody. Pronouns are he, they, and I play Amalar Divine, the air-aspected shady businessman.
Hi, my name is Britt, and my pronouns are she and her. I play a wood aspect named Rush Ferris, who has a ferret familiar named Zeke. Together, they specialize in archery, larceny, and dance.
Hi, I'm Michaela, she, her, and I'll be playing Turali of House Dragara, an Earth-aspected leader of a small military force known as the Tyrants, who cooks the books for the gang.
And this is Exalted, like a dragon-blooded, the Atonement prison break. Here is how this is going to go. I know that you already decided to start giving orders to your other guys, and I will actually count that towards the stunt. Once that your turn comes around, at least for the first one, Michaela, I am going to ask that to give them proper orders that give them potential bonuses against the undead. You will be using the flurry action to give orders and also attack if you wish to. And you might have war charms that let you do that. I'm not 100% sure. But basically, you're in charge of your army doing shit. So, starting off at the absolute top of initiative is going to be Divine at 16.
Did you roll for him already?
Oh my god, I am so sorry.
It's fine.
I guess we get in the surprise round.
You are not getting a surprise. He is going to pump his joint battle roll. He is going to pump his joint battle roll and give himself an extra 4 dice, as well as let himself re-roll 6s. Because he is working within his excellency. He gets the re-roll 6s rule because he is working within his excellency of trying to keep people bound. Wow.
Get bent.
Man,
Wow.
I thought the dice roller hated me tonight.
I can't believe that I just rolled 15 fucking
No
dice.
6s.
Got no 6s and only got 3 fucking successes. God damn it.
I'm about to crash this motherfucker so hard.
Mm-hmm.
So Scales is going to go at 6. Obviously he's going to go after Ferris because I believe in giving you all priority. So, Divine, what are you gonna do, bud?
Yeah, so, seeing everybody get punchy, Divine's gonna act scrappy now that he's, with his boys. And, he's gonna start shadowboxing from a distance. Gonna start shadowboxing the Kappas.
Are you going to fight Iron Michael?
Yeah. As a, kind of volley of small electric sparks fly from his fists over Ricky's shoulders towards Copper.
Okay. He is not the best at evading. I will give you a single dot stunt for an extra 2 dice. He has an evasion of 4.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and spend a willpower on a success. And 1 dot stunt only adds 1 dice, right?
2 dice.
2 dice.
It just doesn't give any willpower back, and it doesn't give any auto successes.
Gotcha. Then I'm going to add a die with Seeking Throat.
Okay, go ahead and roll it. 8 successes, beating his evasion of 4 by 4. So what is your damage regularly?
My damage is 13 from short.
13 plus 4. That would be a plus 4 would be a 17. What is your overwhelming? What kind of weapon are you using?
I'm using my lore bolt.
Doesn't that have like the rules of?
Yeah, overwhelming is my essence +1, so 4 overwhelming, and I ignore 3 hardness from metal armor, including the 5 magical materials.
Well, since you're not doing decisive damage, right?
Right. So I just ignore 3 soak.
You just ignore 3 soak. Okay. In that case, that brings his soak down to a 13. He was originally a soak 16 because again, he's in heavy magical material armor. Yeah. So I believe that would put you at a 4 withering dice. Is that correct?
I believe so. 13. Yeah, 4 withering dice.
Okay. So your overwhelm and this were, I believe, the same.
Yeah.
Still 3? That's not bad.
Those 3 successes are something to scoff at, bud.
I'll rip 3 from somebody with 13 fucking soak.
So that puts him down to 3 on the initiative. Divine goes up to 17 from hitting, and then 20 from reaping from 10,000 copper scales. Next up at 12 is Tirali. Tirali, what would you like to do this turn? Like I mentioned before, I would like you to give some orders to the tyrants to deal with the undead that are coming in. While that they're a good battle group, without their leader giving them direct orders, they can kind of devolve into, well, kind of just being ruffians.
I mean, that's fair.
Do you have any charms that let you flurry a command action with like anything else?
Negative.
Okay. So in that case, what we would be doing with the flurry action is if you wanted to take another action besides giving them a command this turn, both rolls would be at a -3 die penalty. Or you can just let their, like, I will let you know right now, they are both size 5 battle group. And the undead have perfect morale, so they will not give up. So giving them a command to give these guys bonuses is going to be in your best interest.
1 second.
No problem. Okay. What are you doing?
All right. So her command for rousing them and giving them direction is going to be, tyrants. I want y'all to be unyielding, merciless. Make the undead wish that they were alive so death could come for them. Do not give them an inch.
Oh. Okay. Let's see. What would be the... So you're just trying to give them bonuses to like stand against the undead.
Pretty much.
Okay. So I'm going to say that is absolutely going to be what is your best social what's better, your social or your intelligence? I should say what's better, your charisma or your intelligence?
Charisma wins.
Okay. That's good, because that absolutely sounded like a charisma roll anyway. So I'm going to say that's going to be a charisma plus war roll. So it's going to be a difficulty of 3, and to basically inspire your troops to be better.
All right. Can I use tactics mean everything to give me some additional dice to go along with this as well?
Absolutely. My other question to you is, are you going to use this turn to just give them commands, or are you going to flurry it with an attack?
For this time, I'm going to just focus on getting my men in order, because I've got people surrounding me that, in case, Red Rocket gets spunky. So I feel like I can focus on my men for just a second.
Sounds good. So then that is going to be your charisma plus war, and then you can use any other additional charms. For that rousing speech, I will absolutely give you that 2 stunt, so 2 extra dice and a auto success. Yep. So, and it's going to be at a difficulty of 3.
1 second, let me re-roll 6.
All right, Michaela. With
So 13 with auto success.
13 successes on rallying your troops versus the forces of the undead. So you got 10 threshold successes. What I'm going to do for that is until that you want to boost them or change any plans or anything with them as the war front changes, they're going to basically be able to pull from those successes as if that they were like excellency dice for them. But basically those 10 threshold successes are going to give you 10 dice that they can just use to boost themselves on their turn.
Lovely.
All right. Next up at 10 is going to be Elian.
If I wanted to grapple someone, I could use my martial arts, right?
You absolutely can use your martial arts for that.
Because my plan was to go and try and hold this dude. But if that doesn't really work very well, I can do something else.
So, grappling rules. Grappling is put under a gambit. Grapple gambit is a gambit with a difficulty of 2, which means that you are going to roll decisive for that. Basically, you would roll to hit, and then if you succeeded, you would roll whatever your decisive dice were. Since it has a difficulty of 2, you would be trying to hit this person's parry, which is currently a 6 plus 2. Because you have to hit the gambit of 2. The gambit threshold of 2. So you would have to roll 8 successes to successfully grapple this guy.
Okay, so I'm not going to grapple them because that's a hard number to hit. So Elion behind them is going to...
I was wrong. So what you would be doing is you'd be... I apologize. I have not actually read through gambits before. So what you would actually be doing is you would be trying to hit them with your normal stuff. So your dex and martial arts. Currently his defense, his parry is a 6. If you hit, then you would roll your decisive dice and have to get a 2 or above. I apologize. Gambits are something that we never did before and have not done before.
So essentially what I want to do is Elion is, with just the essence crackling, is going to try and go in and get their arms up because they're holding a scythe. So they're going to try and get their arms up and kind of pull the arms back so that they can't swing the scythe very well and kind of hold them so that Ricky and Divine and everybody can come in and get some blows without getting striked as easily. If that would work.
Yes, that would absolutely work. I will absolutely, since you are also attempting a weird thing, I will absolutely give you a 2-dot stunt. So auto success and 2 extra dice.
For relevant potential 5 or higher. Okay. So if I have to deal with a control roll for this, since and I end up getting some orbs potentially, I can double my 9s on those control rolls. But I have to get orbs first. Can I also spend a willpower to get an extra success?
Yes, you can. And since that I gave you a 2-dot stunt, you just regenerate it.
Cool. See what I mean?
Wow.
Me tonight.
But since you did not even hit him the first time, I need to look up what that does to your initiative real quick.
Oh, wait, I forgot some dice. Hold on.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Well, so would it be like just a normal attack when I add my accuracy in too?
No, since it's a decisive attack, it is technically a decisive attack.
Okay, that's fine then. Never mind. So that's what I rolled.
You know what? For the sake of everything, I'm going to just say that for now, the initiative goes down by 1 on your end for a unsuccessful decisive attack. I might be wrong. It might be 2 or something, but I'm going to make that GM call for brevity's sake. Next up on initiative, at initiative 9 is Ricky.
Okay. I have a couple things I would like to do.
Okay.
Firstly, what is his initiative at right now?
His initiative is currently at a 3.
Okay. I would like to firstly spend 2 motes and use the unbearable taunt.
Okay.
Can you remind me what the god who possesses him is?
Sigor, the god of bondage.
Hey, Kappa. Does that god of bondage guy you're really close with, does he just like rail you all night long? Is that what you get into at night when you're not, paroling around? Is that your thing? Seems like a thing. Behind all the armor, I can smell a weirdo. I mean, you do you, but yeah. So what that does is I roll to inspire a single target with anger. If successful, the target must immediately respond to her with hostility. If in combat, this influence roll instead provokes an enemy into prioritizing attacking the Dragonblood instead of any of her allies on this next turn. Even if he does pay the willpower roll cost to resist, he loses 2 initiative if he attacks any other character that turn.
Okay. So I will let you know that 10,000 Copper Scales has a resolve of 5.
Fuck.
He's very devoted to his job.
Does it say? Is it? I don't know if that's a roll. I think even if he pays the willpower cost to resist, he lowers his initiative if he attacks any other.
So even if he does pay the willpower cost to resist, basically means that like there is a rule in Exalted where that you can go, fuck you, I'm not taking that and still roll and pay the willpower cost.
Oh, sure. Okay. So I still have to roll. I have to roll my presence.
You still have to beat his resolve.
Okay. So I think I roll 12 on that by base because my specialization in presence is talking shit.
Yes. So here's the thing. Are you comboing that with anything else? Because does Unbearable Taunt let you flurry it?
It does not, but I have a secondary charm that does let me flurry it.
Okay, I would recommend using that unless, of course, that you wanted to take the flurry penalty.
Oh, yes. Eternally Argumentative Flame. When she flurries a presence or socialized-based influence roll, the fury penalty on both actions is reduced by 1. And she doesn't suffer a defense penalty.
Okay, so then so that's it. So you're planning on attacking this turn, right?
Oh, certainly.
Okay, so then both of your rolls would be at -2.
So it's normally a -3.
Yes, it is normally a -3 to flurry.
But I'm in Fire Aura, right?
Yes, you would be.
It removes the flurry penalty entirely.
Oh, well, okay then.
Yeah.
I knew that there was something that it did for you, and then I went, I remembered that there was something that, like, let you just ignore that, but, I want to make sure we stick to the rules as close as we can.
I understand. So that's, I think, 12 base. Did the description do anything for me?
Yes, absolutely. I would absolutely give you an extra 2 dice and an auto success for that.
Okay, so 14. I don't think I'm going to stack any more presence charms. I think that'll be enough.
Oh man, 14 to get 5 or more successes?
Yep.
You motherfucker with 10 successes.
I'm really good at talking shit, Brendan.
Okay, he's going to be coming at you, bud.
That's fine.
I hope you're ready for this.
Probably not, but he can't attack anybody else. I mean, I guess he spends the willpower, but he can do that if he wants. And then I would like to... How many charms can you use in a turn?
Were any of those simple? Yes, Unbearable Taunt Technique was. So that is your use of a charm.
So I can't use any more charms this turn?
So you can still attack, but you can't use any charms that say simple on them.
Oh, okay. So as long as they don't say simple, I can use them?
Correct.
Then I will do a withering attack using Rotten Leaf Arrested, and then that's all I think I'll do. Ricky's just gonna wind back to aim a strike towards his head, but in a fake out, just pivot the staff halfway through the swing, just to hit him in the testicles. Just the cheapest shot.
His parry is currently a 5 due to onslaught penalties.
Mm-hmm.
He is in response, seeing you come at him, since you are the only target that he can really take, or is going to spend 2 motes from his martial arts excellency to get himself back up to a 6, and then is going to use revolving crescent defense for 4 motes and 1 initiative to convert his onslaught penalty into bonuses to parry.
That's disgusting, Brendan.
I know.
So what is his parry now?
His parry is currently a 7.
Okay. Did the stunt do anything for me?
2 dice and a auto success, I believe. I will let you know that because he used revolving crescent defense, he did lower his initiative by 1. He's now down to 2.
Yep.
And that is not a thing that he can use once he is down in the negatives.
I will. What is the accuracy of my staff? 1?
Accuracy 3.
Accuracy 3. Okay. So 9, 12, 16 dice, 1 auto success.
Gotta beat 7. Or gotta hit 7 or above.
Yep.
Hot damn.
That is 12. And Rotten Leaf Roasted gives me +1 overflow. Or
Overwhelming?
Overwhelming, yeah. So my overwhelming is...
Okay, so first off, he goes down by 1 for getting hit. You go up by 1 for hitting him. Next up, you beat his everything by 4. What is your damage?
12?
Plus your strength?
16.
And then you add in 4.
20.
So then, and what is your overwhelm real quick?
3.
Okay, so you are rolling 4 withering dice.
Okay.
Because again, Soka 16.
Yep. Son of a bitch.
Holy shit.
And
You had 1 job to crash him. Oh no. He is somehow remaining at 1 initiative.
oh well, hold on. Let me read Rotten Leaf Roasted, because I think something still happens as long as I hit him.
Man, look at that medicine roll.
It's good.
Nope, that only does anything if it deals damage, so I literally did nothing. I'm done.
Well, you actually went up 1 initiative and brought him down 1.
Yeah. He brought himself down by 1. But that's fine.
So next up is going to be Ferris at 6.
So I'm going to do a withering attack.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to use unobstructed hunter's aim, which is my archery excellency, 1 mote per die, and I'm going to add 4.
Okay, I will let you know that since he has been hit twice at this point, his evasion is currently a 2.
I will add 2.
I mean, you're doing a withering attack, so having more dice is usually pretty good, so that's fine.
After Ricky did his thing, I'm just gonna kind of pop out from behind Divine and kind of move in front of him or like next to him so I can have a better view of my target. I will draw my arrow and look down the shaft to find the best point of impact on this dude. I will calm myself, taking deep breath, focusing my aim, and thinking about how badly I want to get off this damn prison island.
Okay, and final question for you for this, Britt. Did you want to spend any willpower?
Yes, I will spend 1 willpower for an auto success.
Okay, I am absolutely going to give you a 3-dot stunt for that. So please take 2 extra dice on auto success and 2 willpower, which is allowed to take you above your maximum. I feel like giving out that 3-dot stunt for you right there because I felt like that you dealt with the scenery, you described your action really well, and you also gave me some really good insight into how your characters feel. Go ahead and roll it.
When I add my accuracy, that's extra dice added to it.
Yes, it is, since this is a withering attack. Okay. So you got 4 above. What is your damage plus strength? Or I'm sorry, you actually got 6 above. So what is your damage plus strength?
My damage on my bow is +9, and my strength is 3.
So that'd be 18. So you are, and what is your overwhelming?
1.
Okay, so you are rolling 2 withering dice because he has Ahsoka 16.
Lame, but okay. Womp womp.
I think he's still technically crashed, though.
He would, by the rules that we have done before, he is still technically crashed. As that you take him down to 0, which we have said is a crash before. So you take him down to a 0, you get +1 from the 7, and then you get the crash bonus of +5, bringing Ferris up to a 12. However, now is his turn. So, trying to figure out, knowing who the biggest threat is, the person who has completely decided to make himself the main target here. 10,000 copper scales, unwilling to let his prey leave this island. He's going to buff himself with 5 motes. He's then going to use Falling Scythe Flash along with Bleeding Crescent Strikes. He is now at a burning anima as his anima starts to raise up around him. It is the picture of a massive being holding chains and whips and leathers and everything that one could associate with bondage, good or bad. And it is ready to bring you all into its fold as it raises up behind him. He is going to be rolling 15 dice, and it doubles up to 5 of his 9s.
Yikes. Okay.
Ricky, before that I roll this, is there anything that you'd like to do? Anything that you'd like to stunt to get out of the way? Anything that you want to do?
I was waiting for you to ask. How is he swinging at me?
As he kind of moves forward like a big stompy boy from a Fire Emblem game, he's just bringing the scythe down in the biggest arc that he can to try and big diagonal swing to try and maximize hitting center of mass.
I would like to see the trajectory of the downward slice and do a small adjusted duck onto the swinging side to duck underneath the slash, and then just dart past him and lean up against the small of his back so I'm at his weak spot, and just be like some zany cartoon antics where I'm staying in the small of his back so he can't turn his big goofy muscled armored arms around and get me.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll give you an extra 2 on that. What does that make your evasion or parry, whichever one's higher?
That would make, so it's dex plus dodge divided by 2 rounded up, right?
Yes.
That would make +2. That'd make it a 6.
And your parry would be dex plus martial arts divided by 2 round up.
Same thing. I'm gonna dodge though because I would like to use threshold warding stance to get +1. I'd like to use Ember Smoke Misdirection to do the +1 and the essence damage. Actually, I'll just do threshold warding stance twice. So I'll have +2.
And threshold warding stance, if I recall, costs you some initiative.
Let me see. I'm sorry, my math is actually wrong. It's actually so it's 5 normally, +2 to 7, +2 is 9.
Oh, it does not. Okay.
So it'd be 9 evasion.
So your dodge is 6 regularly?
My dodge is a 5 regularly. We said +2.
Mm-hmm. So 7, and then you're using 2 motes?
Yes.
Or, I'm sorry, 4 motes.
Yes. So that'll make it up to 9.
Okay. So he's got to hit a 9 or above.
It's possible. It's a lot of dice. Oh yeah, it can reroll the 9.
The 9, no, it's not that he re-rolls 9s. He counts the 9s as 2.
Oh, okay.
Let me just double check that. Doubles up to strength 9s.
Okay.
The nice thing is that since he didn't hit, he didn't get to actually use Falling Scythe Flash, which lets him double strength on Witherings.
Ugh.
Yeah. So he does not hit.
I would like to do one more thing. Because I've said on this for a while, and it's probably overkill right now, but it's still funny. I would like to spend 1 point and do oppressing the oppressors. When facing someone in combat who is a known slaver, once per round when they miss a withering attack, you can reflexively make a wits plus occult roll to have their weapon backfire and strike the user. While you do not gain or lose initiative from the action, they can lose it.
Go ahead and roll that. I don't think he's expecting that, so I'm going to say that's on his evasion. It has refreshed so far, so that is a 4.
Ah,
And it happens.
yeah, that's fine. He's already at 0, so I can only be so upset about it.
We start back up. We have finished up the first round of initiative for you all fighting the boss. Now the camera swings back over to Tirali's Tyrants versus Dead Men Tell No Tales, the horde of zombies. We've kind of hand-waved what the Tirali's Tyrants exactly look like, but Michaela, do you have a general idea? But Michaela, do you have a general idea of what the Tirali's Tyrants look like? Are they like, I don't know, like, I can't recall if that we have described them before.
Kind of gruff looking bunch of dudes who you definitely want to run into in a back alley. Some of them are a little seedier looking, definitely a little bit other side of the tracks looking, but for the most part, you can tell they're elite warriors, well trained and disciplined. Definitely battle scarred, but they take care of themselves. Most of them do. Like I said, there's a few sketchy ones in there from the family.
Okay, fair enough. So they're basically a group that is well trained, but they are like an organized gang that are just kind of like extraordinarily loyal to you.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, we can work on a little bit more description of them once that we get them to Chiaroscuro, get them actually properly outfitted. But for now, according to their stats, they are dudes who have swords. So, at 8, Tirali, to let you know, as we recall from Thursday when we ran before, when you made your war roll, I gave you 10 extra dice that you can just use. I believe that you have their battle group sheet up for lot casting Atemi, but to let you know, their regular attack roll as a rank 5 battle group is a 16. And I am allowing you to add up to your war score per turn in those 10 extra successes to whatever rolls you need them to make. Or you can use 2 of those to up their defenses. Basically kind of like an excellency would. So,
all right.
What would you like them to do for their first action?
Well, where we left off last time, they got a nice rousing speech about not letting the undead army gain any ground and to make them wish they were alive so they could die. So I assume they are going to be embroiled, ready for battle and charging forward.
Absolutely. They will move that range band close to the dead men and make their attack. How many of those extra dice that I've given you from your good war roll would you like them to use? Your cap is your war score per turn.
I guess we'll start big and see how it goes. I won't max it out, but we'll add 4 this time.
Okay, then. Michaela, if you could give me a roll of 20 dice. 8 successes versus their evasion of 2 gives you 6 threshold successes. Their damage is a 17, which means that you would be rolling me 23 dice of damage for 10 successes. Now, when the battle groups clash like this, they basically just start attacking each other's magnitude until that they go down. So, with 10 successes, the health of the Dead Men Tell No Tale goes from a magnitude of 18 down to a magnitude of 8. Once they get reduced to 0, they go down in size. Because the zombies, as undead creatures, have perfect morale and cannot be routed.
Fuck your route checks.
Oh, wait. I just realized that I made a mistake that I'm going to just let us keep for now, but they did have a soak of 8, but we're not going to worry about that for now. They are going to attack you back. They have an attack pool of 10. Your guys have an evasion of 5 and a parry of 7. Considering that they're only using rusted swords, they have to beat a 7 or above to hit you, or to hit the battle group.
Fair enough.
With 3 whole successes, while that they may have clashed weapons and hit, considering that there are so many of them, any potential damage that they take at this point is negligible. It does not affect the tyrant's magnitude. The reason that this is so important with both of these armies clashing is that the undead don't have as much, but they essentially have like a bunch more health tracks than your guys ever do. Whereas your guys, unless of course you have like war charms to help with it, if their magnitude ever gets reduced to 0, they will have to make a route check. And that's just letting you know kind of how the system works.
Alrighty then.
With that out of the way, that is the battle group's turn to clash with each other. Next, I'm giving the NPCs their turns to do their things. The first thing that I would actually like to know is, besides Michaela, does anyone here have any knowledge of the realm?
We've already covered that I only have the most base of knowledge.
Okay.
And whatever I learned from Salon.
I don't think Ricky's
Okay.
versed in that.
No, that's totally fair.
I imagine Elion is like minusculely versed in the realm, but
I have 1 dot in lore, and I know low realm. That's probably about it, and whatever I would have learned being part of the family.
Okay. So for those of you who think that you might have some knowledge of it, I would absolutely love and this is going to sound weird, a perception plus lore roll. Whereas for Tirali, I would love a perception plus awareness roll.
question. Does having
Yes.
a contact in the guild or knowing any of the like low realm, high realm languages help at all? Probably not, but I'm asking anyways.
Probably not.
All right, so before I make this roll, is what I'm rolling for something that would have come up in conversation with Salon teaching Divine about the realm?
Yeah,
In those
absolutely.
little conversations.
Yeah. Wow, everybody except for Elian got 3 successes. Elian, this
I
is
got
actually
3 successes.
The rest
What?
of us got 4.
I said everyone except for Elian got
3
Sorry.
successes is what you said.
Elian, this is technically a visual thing, so if you want to add your cat eyes in, you're welcome to.
Oh, okay. Well, that gives me yes for visual perception. I didn't think to ask because I wasn't sure. So 4 total.
So everybody got, in some case, a 4. So I'm going to give you all the same information, and then I'm going to give Tirali a little bit more just because Tirali does have House Regara background. You all see, as your looking at while that you're fighting, while that the fight has been going on, the horizon to the northwest has begun to fill up with sails. Specifically,
He said northwest, correct?
you all see on the sails, specifically this the Mons that looks almost like a flower with some things coming off of it. I really don't know how to describe this properly. It also kind of looks a little bit like an elephant in my mind. Maybe that's just me.
It's a flower with grapes.
Kinda looks
a
like-
lily with grapes.
I said, kind of looks like
Oh.
grapes.
Okay. It's a flower specifically like put very front and center on most of the sails of the realm, knows that symbol of House Venif. Tirali is one of the newest. They were formed, I want to say, before this. They're a wood aspected house, and they own most of the navy of the realm right now. The only people who have more like control of the sea is House Pelops, but they're mostly situated in the west.
They're about to own a lot less of the Navy.
As that, you guys see this on the horizon coming towards you. It's still a good ways out, but there's like a glance from 10,000 scales who like looks back and like gives this deep like one of the wardens already called for backup. And as this is going on, you can see across the sun that's reached its midday point. There is a giant shadow that gets cast. And if you guys were to look up, you can see a giant hawk is carrying two people in its outspread wings. Both of them being the guy who the sorcerer, as well as the captain of the pirate crew. And they are heading towards the southwest. And you can kind of hear very faintly, "Don't worry, bros, we'll help you out. We just gotta get to our ship.
Radical.
Cowabunga."
I don't think they're coming back, guys. We just gotta kick this copper's ass all on our own.
So before we get up to the top of initiative, I have one question for you all. How is everyone looking on Essence?
I got enough to keep going.
Is anyone exceptionally low?
I'm about half spent, but that's okay.
Define exceptionally.
So I am asking for the purpose of another NPC that is about to join with his support skills, Manami. Give me just a second to make a roll for this NPC for you all, as that he is going to use one of his once per day charms. Or once per scene charms, unless of course he can... I'm still working on the specifics of exactly what that he does with his cooking powers. But what you all kind of see off to the side, at the very edge of the dock, Manami is literally cooking up a storm. He has, from somewhere, produced a stovetop and a cast iron pan, and is just starting to cook. Like, he looks like that he has more arms than ever, as they are just going and going and going. So he can do this for 3 people. Who wants to regen 13 essence?
Please.
I mean, I did tell him that he owed me food.
Okay. Who wants the other one?
I don't need it at all, so somebody take it.
I would say either Tirali or Ferris. Preferences?
Go ahead and give it to Raleigh, because I think she's going to have a lot more charms to do bigger damage than I would.
Okay.
Yeah, she's gonna actually blow her load this round.
Right. I accept.
So, in a whirl of grease and knives and everything, the exigent of 10,000 steaks, the god of cooking, creates the most beautiful and delightful bread that you all have ever seen. Who knows how that he made it that quick? And I'm sure that that's not how bread actually works. But he's the exogen of the god of cooking. And he kind of takes like a real like the big like wooden like like the wooden like pizza things.
A peel, that's what that's called.
A peel. Okay, so he takes the wooden peel and he has the three of them and he like basically just catapults them to you guys with perfect accuracy. You guys basically, without risking any kind of attack of opportunity, can grab it, munch into the bread, and regen your essence. It is delicious.
Yeah, I'm just gonna monkey D. Luffy it and catch the entire bread in my mouth and gulp it all.
That sounds fantastic. So the three of you guys can regen 13 essence, split any way that you wish. Thank you all for taking the time to enjoy our show. If you liked what you heard, why not give us a follow on Twitter for more updates as to when we'll be releasing episodes. You can also give us a like or review on your podcast app of choice. Just a few quick button clicks and you can help us defeat the dreaded algorithm boss. The theme song for this game was Main Theme by Alexander Nakarada, copyright 2019, used under a Creative Commons license. And hey, for making it this far, I saw that cool thing you did, so have some stunt dice.